Catch a vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and love, and welcome to another new episode right here on Catch a Vibe with me, Big Hass. And man, oh man, it's been a beautiful journey for me personally in terms of getting to know these incredible artists that we host. Everyone has their own, obviously, story, their own challenges, even their own style, whether it's a singer, songwriters, musicians. Catch a Vibe, of course, airs every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. Today is actually our 23rd episode. Man, oh man, 23 episodes. It's been beautiful. And I just gotta address something off the top. Our guest today, so I'm a huge fan of him, and it's very tough for a radio presenter, TV presenter, whoever is doing the interview, to do these kind of interviews because I'm just in awe. Seriously, that's the word. For many reasons. When we talk about soul, when we talk about the voice, but most importantly, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, where he takes you when he starts singing. This is where my guest comes in and seriously transfers you to, we're in Sharjah right now, takes you, I don't know where, takes you whatever he's singing, it takes you there. And this is why it's incredible. We want to welcome Emirati Soul Singer, the one, the only, the incredible Arqam. We're going to say assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu, brother. Thank you so much. You're far too kind. I appreciate it.
No, I'm definitely not far too kind.
Okay.
This is the reality. You're an amazing soul. God bless you, and thank you so much for coming through, bro.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, music and Arqam.
Yes.
I know we chatted before. Like you kind of, did music kind of stumble on Arqam? It's like music kind of came like, hey Arqam, come through, right?
I feel like that's what happened. Really,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I didn't expect myself to be in music. I didn't expect myself to pursue music. I think I just was looking for a purpose and just happened to be music. And I'm humbled to be in this journey, and it's an amazing thing that I can share my music with people.
You see, you already just said like 10 seconds. I don't know, I'm already fat. No, but seriously, what was the spark that kind of made you like, okay, you know what? I wanna pursue this.
I think it was a few things. I think it was the fragility of life. I think it was the idea of going the next decade not knowing who I was or what I was meant to be doing. So I started doing things that I felt like maybe uncomfortable. And one of them was getting on stage and singing in front of people. That was things that I would never imagine I'd do in my life. Even public speaking for me was an issue. So to get up on stage and sing, for me was a moment of growth. Was try to get better as a person.
Growth, which is your first record?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Growth. We play it on the air right here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, always. It's actually on rotation. When I say rotation, on Pulse 95 Radio.
Right.
Look, I really want to pick your mind in a lot of things, but what was it about, especially like with this soulful music, that you connected with? Because you said something very, again, profound. You do music for like a purpose. And there's an old Bedouin saying that always say, a human being with no impact has no life.
I agree with that 100%. 100%.
And I think this is where you at with your music, in terms of like you want to make that impact. When did you take that kind of decision to, okay, I wanna kind of do my own records, I wanna do my own songs, I wanna take it up a notch?
I think when I started doing music, when I started to learn to play the guitar, when I started to be more confident in myself, I started looking at how I could be more purposeful in my music, and so creating music that I feel will be positive was something that was, I think, top of my mind. So create music that I would love to listen to, like Bob Marley, for example. If you listen to his music still has messages that are powerful to this day.
Till this day.
And to me, that was very important, to create music that was everlasting, but at the same time was meant to create a positive change, right? And so for me, I knew when I was trying to create music, it had to do those two things.
Correct. I love that. So Bob Marley definitely an inspiration. Who else were you listening to?
Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, Sam Cooke, Otis
Sam
Redding, yeah, Music Soul Child, Boys to Men, especially when I was younger.
Oh wait. Yeah, let's just. I have an opinion, and
Sure.
it's an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Boys to Men is at that era is the greatest kind of boy band or group band, whatever.
Most definitely.
Because people talk about them Backstreet Boys and then sing.
That
Please
was,
tell me you agree with me.
I'm with
I
you
mean-
100%.
With all due respect, we're not bashing anybody, but I'm just Boys to Men. And don't put them in the same category as these guys.
They were a boy band. When we talk about Backstreet Boys, they were a boy band.
Yeah.
Boys to Men. It says in the name. It was Boys to Men.
Oh yes, yes.
It's a completely different genre. You can't compare those.
No,
two.
but see, I think they're so underrated, brother.
They
Like,
are incredibly.
They deserve way much more. Their flowers, like in terms of like.
Most definitely, and I think they were peaking at one point, and I think they came down to Dubai recently,
Yeah.
and they performed, and they still have it. They still have beautiful voices. They still have the harmony.
What's your favorite record for them?
Till the water runs dry.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I love that song. Yeah.
Wow.
Even the song called Dear God as well. That's
Yes.
a beautiful song as well.
Mm.
Yeah, so those two songs.
So you can tell already that you wanted to do obviously music that is impactful. There's a purpose into it. Growth, which is your first single.
Yeah.
How challenging or not challenging? What was the process of releasing that record? And obviously talks about I guess your growth and your evolution in becoming like that. But how challenging was it to write and also put out?
It was actually fairly easy to write because
Okay.
I think I already had a lot of thoughts in my mind. So it was fairly easy to write, and it just kind of came. The track came first. I had the track, and I just wrote on top of the track, and it just made a lot of sense, and everything just came together. And it was my first time using a DAW as well. I was using Fruity Loops.
Oh wow!
So I had to learn how to use Fruity Loops, which was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the whole process. But to release it, I had to figure out what distributor to use. I think I was using DistroKid at that time.
DistroKid.
Yeah. But that was fairly simple. I mean, in terms of releasing it, but in terms of actually trying to figure out the DAW and how to actually handle the production, that took me a little longer than I should have.
When it comes to the type of music that you do, there aren't many people in the UAE here that are like kind of doing that vibe. I would say I don't know if that is a good thing or what I'm trying to say is that what sort of the challenges that you face as a as a musician and as an artist here in the UAE doing the kind of music that you do.
I think with any kind of genre of music, there's challenges, right? So
Facts.
For me, I really don't see them as challenges. The obstacles, you go around them, you figure things out, and you keep doing what you're doing. As long as I'm staying true to myself, I think that's the whole idea. Sure, I can do a pop song, but is that really me? Am I doing it, for the clout, or am I doing it because it's really me? So I'd rather stick to my genre. And
do you get pressured into following like what people are doing right now? Like, is there any pressure from everyone around you, or no? You're because look, we just spent like 6-7 minutes talking right now, and I see it again. You're at peace. You do yourself, Arqam.
I'm happy. I'm very content with myself. I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm not 100% there.
But you're in your own lane, trying to figure. Like you're not trying. Like khalas. You're at peace.
I think it's very important that we have our individuality in our music. And that's the whole idea. And so if we all copied each other, where would it leave us? We'll all be creating the same music, or at least copy pasting the same music.
Do you remember the time that growth dropped?
Yeah, I kind of remember.
Like how did that feel?
I think I'm still I'm pinching myself every day. Every day I'm getting to do music, I pinch myself. This is my new job. I take it on as a job. I take it on as my duty from now on. So I'm always pinching myself. Every opportunity, everything I'm grateful for. So I can't really. It hasn't changed from then to now. I'm still grateful for every track I release, everything I do.
One of my favorite records for you is Heavy.
Heavy, I love Heavy.
I love Heavy.
Heavy, yeah.
So I want to actually play Heavy on the radio right now, and we'll be right back. But tell me about Heavy.
Heavy, I wrote during the lockdown. Yeah, when lockdown happened.
2020. Yeah.
Yes, 2020. It seems like such a long time ago, right?
Facts. Everybody
But
was locked out and
we were
locked in. And
all at home, and events died down. So again, shifting from my corporate job and going to music, and then all of a sudden things just are locked up, and we can't perform anymore. You sort of go through turmoil. Did I do the right thing, or am I, should I go back to the corporate world and all that there? So Heavy really came out as almost a hopeful song. It starts off kind of sad, but I didn't want it to be a sad song. I want it to be a hopeful song.
it's a journey.
There's a journey, yes.
The song itself is a journey. Man, I love this record. We're going to play it right now on Pulse 95 Radio, and we'll be right back. You, guess what? You get to hear Arqam perform live, which for me, like I said earlier, when you're a fan of the human being you're interviewing, it's just also seriously it's a big deal. So I want to say thank you for your time, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
Mashallah alaik. God bless you. We're going to be right back. Keep it locked. This is Heavy by Arqam. Do not go anywhere.
Catch a vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95. Pulse.
We are back. Catch a Vibe, episode number 23, right here on Pulse 95 Radio, Sharjah's first and only English radio station. Catch a Vibe is actually the first music dedicated radio show on Pulse 95 Radio, and I'm so honored and happy to host and just speak to incredible people that rejuvenates me. Like, it's actually benefiting me, meeting these incredible guys and just getting to know them. With me today is the Emirati soul singer sensation human being, Arqam. Arqam, I gotta ask you before we hear you play, and it's a bit of a tough question, so feel free to dodge that if but as an Emirati, right? What are the as an Emirati artist who sings in English, what's the sort of, let's say, pushback that you get? Because I asked this question because as a Saudi, I see it with our artists who are singing in English, but they're Saudi, but they get a certain pushback saying, hey, you're not Saudi enough, you're not Arab enough. No, that's not. I want you to talk about it, because I think it's really important. I mean, especially coming from you, what are your thoughts on that?
I do get a bit of pushback from some people, but for me, I think it's also very important that we share our music in a language that's universal, it's global. Having said that, I'm also working on singing some Arabic songs soon as well.
What?
Yeah, I'm working to sing some Arabic songs.
No, you should
soon.
see my face. I didn't see that coming. Oh, what?
Most definitely. I'm working on some Arabic songs.
Wait. We can't just let that fly. How? Like,
I mean, how am I singing it?
Yeah, like,
I'm learning. I'm working on some songs right now, but I'm not happy with them. I think I could deliver them better. So until I'm happy, they're not out yet. But I'm working on that.
He flipped the whole question right now. Like, no, but seriously, that. But I don't think you're doing it out of pressure.
No, I think it's important.
I think you just want to give it a try.
Yeah, I think it's very important for me, and I think we have some beautiful music, and I think it's important for us to be able to represent ourselves as well. So I'm going to be mixing Arabic and English in the music. I think it's important that we do that.
Wow. My mind is still processing. You don't understand. If you don't know Arqam, you're gonna get familiar, and you understand that his vocal ability and the way he sings, it's a special one. So I'm thinking if you add Arabic to that, I'm telling you, good luck for every artist right here. I'm just gonna say, beware. I just said it. That's how I feel. Wow. Arqam, obviously you're really releasing, your original music. You're on the path to release incredible music, really, and still discovering yourself. Which one is like kind of the most dear to you in a way so far out of all the records you released? I know it's a hard question, but when I say that, I mean something that, oh wow, I did this 1, 2, 3 here. I'm so proud of this one in a special way.
Right. I think for me, Heavy for sure.
Okay.
Heavy is a song that I think, and remembering the mindset I was in back then and what I was going through, it was kind of nice to see some people can relate to that as well.
Yeah.
So it's something that I really enjoyed sharing with people, and it was nice to see that people sort of could relate to it. It was fantastic.
Man. Oof. Okay. Cool. Let's put you on the spot right now and see what you can perform for us live. This is your electric guitar, man. We can see it right now. Tell me about this guitar. Love it.
I got this guitar with a number of other guitars. This is actually ESP. It's a great guitar, but I usually play an acoustic guitar.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to get into electric as well.
Yeah.
The sound is appealing for some songs.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to figure out which songs I can use it for.
Okay.
And maybe I can write some songs with the electric guitar.
With it.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Okay, so as he's setting up, Arqam he's Emirati, soul singer, incredible, really artist. I sometimes don't even like to put like a label on it. I don't know. It's just an artist in terms of like the emotions that Arqam kind of gives you. So Arqam, what are you gonna do for us right now?
It's a song called Leaving.
Yes.
I think it was the 4th or 5th track I put out. It's a song about relationships. It's a song about introspection in relationships, and not necessarily a couple relationship. It's relationship in terms of any relationship you have with a friend or with anybody else. Sometimes you have to walk away, and it's for both your benefits.
But there's no like hard feelings. It's just
most definitely.
Okay.
But it goes a bit like.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is Arqam, ladies and gentlemen. Go check him out.
I don't share much, my baby, 'cause I don't know what to say. I never learned to express myself. All I know is how to walk away. See, sometimes I felt that I didn't deserve you. So I'm leaving. I'll be on my way, leaving memories that we have made. Yes, I'm leaving. I'll be on my way.
A few times.
Oh man. Okay, I tell you what. Arqam, you have there is a definitely I think that what I'm trying to ask is I want you to take me through the emotions that you feel when you hear yourself sing it. If that makes any sense.
I think it's I feel the emotions first and then I sing it.
Okay.
So I feel emotions first and then I sing it. Which is why a lot of the covers that I do are usually songs that I can relate to. It's hard for me to do a song where I don't feel that emotion. So I usually feel the emotion first and then I can sing it.
Wow.
Otherwise it becomes very plastic.
Oof. So you feel, you get the emotions first. Does that also apply with all the records? So for
most
example,
definitely, yeah.
with all the records that you have for you personally?
Most definitely, yeah. The emotion is there. If it's not there, sometimes it's about empathy. Sometimes, especially with heavy, I mean, yes, I'll go through some things, but all of us will go through a lot of things.
Correct.
So it was a trial of empathy. And then I can sort of display that emotion in music.
There are a lot of opinions, Arqam, when it comes to the UAE music community. And I said community because I don't think it's a scene yet. I think it's more like we have to start talking about this in a way. There's a lot of amazing talent. There's a lot of, I don't even like the word potential. There's a lot of talent and there's a lot of musicians. Your thoughts as Arqam, and because of the type of music that you do, because of it's very reflective, because of all these things, what are your thoughts about it? Being in it as well yourself. What are your thoughts about the UAE music scene?
I'm very optimistic. I think we're going in a good direction. There's a lot of amazing musicians coming up, a lot of amazing artists. There's a lot of platforms now as well. I mean,
correct.
This radio show is amazing as well. You're highlighting local, homegrown singers and artists. I think that's very important that we do that. So I think I'm very optimistic in terms of where we're going to. Where we are now, I'm not satisfied, but I think we're getting there. We're moving towards that direction, which is what counts. As long as we're taking steps towards, the right direction, that's what we need to go to. But the music scene is definitely getting much, much better.
Yeah. No, I hear you, and I know that you're advocate about obviously, pushing especially the local, community, on the radio. And I wanted to discuss an idea with you actually quickly before we play a record for you. And I think I said this a couple of times, and me and you discussed it. There should be a law for radio in the UAE having a certain percentage of music locally.
Most definitely. I think it's very important. And for me, it's first of all, I want the youngins who are coming up to understand that there is a music scene here.
Yeah.
I want people to come into the country to understand there is music scene here. Because you turn on the radio, all you hear is American and Canadian and British artists. It feels like we don't have anything to offer as a tourist who coming in.
And it's far from the truth.
It is. It's so far from the truth. So for me, radio play is definitely very important.
100%. And I thank you for that, because I remember me and Drew talked about it a lot. And that's one of the things he's not only an artist singing, he wants to read, he's like an activist thing as well to do that in terms of, because I think personally, there should be a law where it allows, and this happens, by the way, there's Australia,
That's
I think Sweden, there's a couple of countries that have a law where a certain percentage, 30% of the music that you play needs to be from the country.
That's right, yeah, that's right.
And if you make it like that, then, because look, I'll be honest with you, I'll share a story with you that is very astonishing, without saying any names, but I just got to say it. There's an amazing singer, a Saudi singer, who sings in English. He sent his song to a radio, in the UAE. And their reply was interesting to me, because I saw it. I was like, oh, wow. The reply was like, this is a ballad record. We can't play it.
A ballad?
A ballad.
Okay.
I'm like, what is Adele?
Right.
What is Adele? What is Sam Smith and all these, what?
That's
you see?
That's an excuse. It's not even a reason. It's an excuse.
That's an excuse because it was the same. It's incredible. And I'll tell you off air who it is. Like, it's just incredible artist. And I go, what? It doesn't make sense. I saw the email. They didn't even say we don't want to play it. They said, no, it doesn't fit. It's ballads.
This is an excuse.
Like,
that's
bro,
so
50% of the songs you play on the radio is also
ballads.
ballad.
Yeah.
So
it's just,
yeah.
I feel like that's just
so
unfair.
that's why, when you put me and Abri, with me and Arqam together, and the reason why I say Abri, of course, your brother is Abri and Arqam Abri, of course. When you put me and you together in one room, I think we're gonna spark this conversation. So I really hope whoever's listening right now, just talk about it. Talk about the fact that you need to hear more local musicians and singers on the radio, because you have the power. Definitely 4215. Arqam, which song would you want to play for you? You're the radio guy. Which song? We played heavy so far. Which record would you like to play?
Any record?
Any record.
Something from Lauryn Hill. Maybe.
What's your favorite record for Lauryn Hill?
Everything's Everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like a guy and then you understand him more and then you like him more. Man, I love this record. Miss Hill, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Pulse 95 Radio. We're going to be right back with Arqam. Do not go anywhere. It's Catch a Vibe.
Catch a Vibe with Big S, only on Pulse 95.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Catch a Vibe, Pulse 95 Radio, our 23rd episode. It's been an amazing journey so far with our guest Arqam, who's from the UAE, Emirati, singer, songwriter, artist, and also, you're the global ambassador of Fred Hollows.
The Fred Hollows Foundation, yeah.
Wow.
It's an incredible organization that looks at healthcare, or rather eye care.
Yeah, eye care.
For sort of impoverished places like Bangladesh and some places in refugee camps, etc. And we look at providing them with eye care that could be very avoidable of blindness, things like cataract.
And correct me if I'm wrong, usually it's something that can be definitely done if provided, obviously, that needs the help from the people financially. I mean, it's something that can be easily fixed.
Most definitely. It's not only financial, it's also sometimes the lack of knowing. Some people don't know or don't have access to it. So we sort of go on ground. When I say we, I mean I would love to go on ground. Hopefully soon. I'm gonna go down to one of the refugee camps to see what's going on ground and see what's happening, and hopefully provide some relief when it comes to eye health.
I love that. How did that happen? Like this? How did you become the global ambassador?
So I was when I was working at Expo. They reached out to me for an event that I was supposed to attend and perform at. It never happened, but we kept in touch and just snowballed from there. And then we had discussions about ambassadorship, and that's what happened.
Wow. But you know, obviously the Fred Hollow, the foundation is all about giving the accessibility to see نعمة البصر, and when you're able to see, which is something that a lot of us maybe take for granted.
Most definitely. I know firsthand. I used to have -6 on both eyes. I used to wear contact lens, but I got LASIK done last year, and it's changed my life. It completely changed my life. I can wake up in the morning now. My contacts, I don't put contacts on, so it's incredible to see that difference. So you can imagine in places where you know people have to work but they can't see because you know of cataracts or whatever issues they have, and now they can work and provide for the families. So it's beautiful things like this that we get to do.
How important is it for you to be part of the Fred Hollows Foundation, like stuff like that? Does it inspire your songwriting as well?
It does. Yes, I actually did write a song about that that I haven't finished yet, to be honest.
Wow.
But it's definitely something I want to finish when I get on ground and see everything firsthand. I think that'll be important.
Yeah. Arqam, you also come from an amazing music family.
Yes.
You know, mashallah, you know, with your brother, your father as well.
My dad, yes.
How what's the role of that? Like, what did that play a role?
I suppose growing up in a house full of music, there's a lot of inspiration. You know, there's a lot of music everywhere. There's a lot of, we had records and CDs, and then I suppose we progressed to cassettes first, and then CDs, and then MP3s, etc. But music was all over the house. My dad plays the piano, plays the drums, he plays the qanun, he plays the guitar, he plays everything really. So it's
I'm just no, that's really incredible. Okay. We actually played Heavy, and we played a Lauryn Hill obviously record. I'm just thinking right now, mashallah, and when you look at your discography, the first record you released was Growth in 2019.
That's right.
And then I like Within Me, by the way, a lot.
I love Within Me. Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a very deep song though. I like it to keep it to myself, but it's a song I don't sing too often, to be honest.
Yeah, I noticed that. Why?
It's just a very personal song for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I love that. The fact that you put it out as well. It's also you have Towards the Light.
Towards the Light.
You know, this is the record that we also played on the radio. I'm just thinking, mashallah, like you've been working. You're putting out like music.
I love the idea of putting on music. I would work on more music if there's more channels to put them out on. To be honest. Now I think for me, my main focus is performing. I still make music, but I don't put them out as often as I'd like to.
No, 100%. I was going to say that obviously 2019, you put out the Growth officially, like your solo first official record, and then I think 2020 was a good year in terms of you putting out also music out there. I want to play Within Me right now, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And we'll play Within Me, and we'll be right back. We want to hear, obviously, Arqam one more time. There's a couple of projects that you were involved as well. I wanna talk to you about. So let's hear Within Me. This is the incredible Arqam, who is of course from the UAE, right here. This is from within us, you guys. So Within Me, within us. Support our own. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. It's Catch a Vibe.
Catch a Vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, right here, Catch a Vibe, Pulse 95 Radio, our 23rd episode. We are with Emirati Soul Singer, Arqam, who is really, in my opinion, it's beautiful to see somebody do things with a purpose, and slowly, you know, I think he's gonna be a staple when it comes to musicians right here in the UAE. Arqam, just like obviously a week or 10 days ago, I saw this video for you, and you're like performing for the UAE Pro League.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, I mean, tell me about that. That is a big thing.
It's incredibly it's an incredible honor. It was the award ceremony for the
Yeah.
Youth Pro League.
Yeah.
It was last night, and we got to create a song just for them. That we got to perform in front of all the champions and winners and the different clubs and the sponsors, and
Oh man.
it was a beautiful, beautiful event. And the song was a mixture of sort of a Khaliji music and a bit of a soul music.
Was it called Yahela?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna play it. But how did it feel that you're performing for like the Pro League in UAE, like as an Emirati?
It's an incredible honor. I think everything is I'm grateful for everything. I never thought in my life I'd be able to do something like that. And to create a song, we had a couple of days to create a song, and
Wow.
so to do something like that, it's good to see it materialize into the performance.
How did that even happen? Like, how did they approach you?
So they reached out initially for a performance. I usually perform with a band.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, I'm happy to do that. And then when we went to the meeting, started discussing about different ideas, and like, you know what, let's write a song. I was like, okay, I wasn't ready for that, but
Let's go.
But yeah, I don't like to say no. I like to say, I don't want to say I can't do it. I love to try, right? So I tried to do it, and we wrote a song, and it's beautiful. And we put it together in a couple of days, to be honest.
No, I saw snippets of it, but we can't wait to. But was it challenging? You said there's a little bit of Arabic into it
It
as
is,
well.
yeah.
Was that a challenge to you right now, or no?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, but if you listen to it, it's very, very, very small.
I know.
Small parts, very small parts. So.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Another project that we all saw and love is the one with the music travel.
That's right. Yeah.
The one with
Stand By Me.
the Visit Abu Dhabi, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
went viral.
It went. Yeah, it did really, really well, and I got to sing with the Music Travel Love.
Yeah.
And three of local musicians as well. Suzanne, Maya, and Dunya.
Dunya.
So it was incredible to be able to perform with different people and sort of create something beautiful together.
What sort of, because I've interviewed, I think, Suzanne, and she was talking obviously to me about it, and it's like it got really, it went, like, people started to notice you guys in terms of like the musicians. What's this specific project, what did it add to Arqam?
I think for me, first of all, I think the song "Stand By Me" it's an important song. I love the song. I sing it all the time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of nice to have that song to be picked, and then to work with different musicians locally and internationally was kind of interesting. It was easy. It was very smooth. It just all gelled.
What was the video done in like a day or so?
It was. I think we drove more than we actually shot.
Wow,
We
great.
drove for I think 2-3 hours, and we shot for I think half an hour or 45 minutes.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it was.
That's definitely an amazing experience, though. I think it's real nice, like the way it is, and like I said, it's gone viral. I don't know. I feel with you, there's you're still discovering yourself. You're still finding out yourself, but you're at steady steps, if that makes sense. Like, I've interviewed a lot of people, and they're at they're a part of their life where they're still discovering themselves, but they're like, here and there. You are still discovering yourself, but you're very, like, on ground, solid. And that's I haven't never seen kind of someone seriously like that. So I guess the question is, what do you do when you're feeling like down about whatever it is that you're thinking? What does Arqam do?
For me, I think everything passes. Good things will pass, and bad things will pass as well. So when bad things happen, sometimes it makes you a better person. It makes you a stronger person, right? So bad things aren't. If there's no dark, there's no light. There's no light, there's no dark. So we have to have both. Everything will.
Are you writing a book soon, man? Just be honest, because like
I might for my mom. I might write an autobiography of my mom. My mom's life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, bless. I gotta ask you a question before I let you go. There's a big discussion right now about AI and the whole situation. I don't know what your thoughts about it, but I'm 43 and I have a certain mind, and I think this is gonna kill creativity. Like, that's it. But what do you think, as Arqam?
I think it's going to be a tool like everything else. Same way we use DAW now to sort of auto-tune, etc.
Yeah.
I think it'll be the same thing. And I think creativity comes from human beings. Even if you put into an AI, it's still extracted from a human being.
Yeah, but no, I'll challenge you right there, because I know people, songwriters, that are using now this AI to write songs.
I think that's a bit of a cheat. I don't want to judge anybody. I think I wouldn't do it. But
Well, I'm judging. I'm looking at you. Come on.
I wouldn't do because I feel like I'll be cheating if I did do it.
Yeah. And Arqam, guess this.
Yeah.
I just thought about this the other day. Like you said, it's a machine.
Yeah.
It's not human. This whatever it is. So everyone is putting their ideas on it. Now you hear about Ed Sheeran, you hear about, I don't know, Dua Lipa getting sued for like a copyright.
Right,
Imagine 10, 15 years from now, someone is going to get.
Right.
Something's going to happen. And it's going to go. We're 8 billion people right now on the planet. How many of us are artists? Let's say, I don't know, 2 billion, 1 billion, I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It feeds off of us.
Most definitely. But even then, even with Ed Sheeran and the idea of plagiarism,
Yeah.
he was inspired. Like every other
Yeah.
musician came before him.
Yes.
They're also inspired by musicians came before them.
Correct.
So I don't think it's copying or plagiarizing. It's just being inspired by somebody.
No, but this machine will have so many
that's
of us and the ideas and all the songwriting. It doesn't.
There's going to be a super Michael Jackson AI creating some music, singing it on his own.
Man.
Have you seen Fifth Element?
I did.
Yeah. I remember there's a cyborg singing or there's an alien singing. It reminds me of that for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. From now to the end of the year, what can we look forward from Arqam?
A few more collaborations, some new music.
Anything you could tell us about?
Not at the moment, but
Okay.
it's exciting stuff.
Okay.
Some good music, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And hopefully a better version of myself by the end of the year.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Live performance and Arqam. What does it mean to you?
Again, coming from somewhere where I used to be very, very timid to be on stage or even for public speaking, I'm coming to enjoy the energy on stage.
Yeah.
And to see people reciprocate that energy, the music, the words, the delivery, I feel like that's to me, it's humbling. So I enjoy the experience now.
I think we've chatted with you about 4 years ago or so on Pulse 95 Radio, and yeah, I can see that one thing haven't changed. It's that you're having fun. You're happy.
I am, yeah, most definitely.
And I think I really I beg you to stay that way.
I definitely will. I don't think I can change this point.
No, because there's a lot of things that are going to be a challenging thing, especially for Arqam, especially as an Emirati who sings in English, all that. I don't know, all these things, and you're gonna have challenge. I don't want you to stop having fun because seriously, I'm telling you as a fan, forget the radio right now. You impact me, brother.
Oh, I really appreciate
Wallahi.
it. Appreciate it.
The kandura is always something that you wear proudly when you're singing. Is that something that you took as a decision when you're singing? You want to rep you?
Most definitely. I think it's important to represent ourselves. We don't, again, in the world's eye, they don't see us as creative, as musicians, as singers. So it's important for me that they see me in kandura and they see me singing, and then they put those two together. I'm presenting us.
It's always like I was speaking to Abdullah Shamsi
Not So
the other
Human.
day. Yeah, Not So Human. And he's like, he gave me the funniest kind of, he's like, people see me and I'm going on stage and I'm wearing the kandura or the thobe. And then all of a sudden I started, they expecting some sort of Khaliji Arabic. And he's like, he hit them with a Frank Sinatra. And people are like, oh, I'm sure this happens with you as well.
Most definitely. Some people double take. They think I'm just dubbed over. I think I'm lip syncing. So I mean,
lip syncing. Ya Allah, no. No,
but
this
it creates
is
an
the
amazing
guy
conversation as well. It creates an amazing conversation.
Exactly.
People want to know more, about us, about who we are, and I think that's important. We have this conversations.
Especially that the UAE is such a young country as well, like 50 years.
That's right. Yeah,
there are people that are older than the UAE, like
That's
as and I think it's really important. I think what you guys are doing are incredible. I'm talking about the as Abri, the family, and what you were able to do. Mashallah, you're definitely one of the big assets when it comes to musicians right here.
Far too kind.
Wallahi, I'm not far too kind.
I have a long way to go, but I appreciate it.
You're really doing incredible work, and we definitely want to have you on the show again. I want to put you on the spot again, Arqam, but I feel like I want to play Ya Hala.
Okay, super.
Is that okay?
Please go ahead.
Okay, cool. Any last words you'd like to say to anyone listening to us right now on Pulse 95?
I love you, Mom. That's about it.
That's the best thing.
That's the best thing.
Yeah, that's like you got me there. You see, he does it again. It's like somebody who knows what he wants and like straight to the point. God bless you, my brother.
Habibi.
Thank you so much for honoring me.
Thank you so much for having me.
And just I can't wait to chat with you again. And there's a lot of things that me and you, like have in common in terms of like mentality. So. God bless.
Habib,
Keep at it. And thank you so much for being on the show.
thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Man, oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear, obviously, Ya Hala right now, performed by Arqam for the UAE Pro League.
That's right.
Which is really amazing. It was an awards situation about a week or 10 days ago. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you soon on another episode of Catch a Vibe. Arqam, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
We say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Enjoy this.